Hello! This past week I've been recovering from the launch of my stupid dumb book, or to give it its full title, the Sunday Times best-selling Fuck Yeah video games, The Life and Extra Lives of a Professional Nerd. 5-star rating on Amazon after 100 views, followed by Tim Schafer. However, I've also had time to launch a second one, the Paradox, available back on Unbound now, but I've also had time to play the Planet Zoo beta, and oh boy am I in heaven. Basically, it's Planet Coaster, but instead of having to entertain humans to think that going fast is a good idea for a day out, you have to instead entertain hippos and zebras and lions and scorpions, etc., and in turn, they entertain the people. Or they escape and eat all the people, but to be honest, is it really a day out unless an elephant flattens Grandma into a paste made of viscera and cardigan? I don't think so. Look, if you're one of the 8 people still watching this channel, you know me. You know I love spending hours placing bushes and getting the lighting just right. But now it actually means something. The animals need perfect habitats to thrive. Bush placing isn't decorative anymore, it's part of the core gameplay loop. Lighting them, well, that's just for me. But when one of the new weather effects rolls around, rain, thunder and snow, a perfectly placed light can become the sexiest thing on the planet. That's right, even sexier than those M&S food adverts from about 2006. And they made me the man I am today. Fat. Anyway, the game is out proper on the 5th of November, giving Frontier time to tweak a few things from the beta feedback. My biggest issue, the lack of offline play in franchise mode, has already been addressed in the form of, well, an offline franchise mode. And my only other request is that the in-game clock be slowed down a bit. I want a bit more time with my animals before they ride that golden staircase into the sky. Well, except for lemurs, because we all know they go to hell. News! A new Brain Age has been surprise revealed for the Switch, coming out on the 27th of December in Japan and in the rest of the world. The physical edition comes with an official Switch stylus, and I'm actually excited. I played a shit ton of the original Brain Training, and while I'm not entirely sure it helped make my ADHD-riddled brain any better, it certainly changed the way I draw the number 4. The previous way I did it was registered as a 7. I don't know why. Actually, on that note, have you ever seen the Games Done Quick speedrun of Brain Age? Tazbot draws mad shit and gets through it. It's great. I'll link it below for you. It's a great... Just watch it afterwards. Watch it afterwards. You'll miss all the good news otherwise. News like, do you love Red Dead Redemption 2? Are you excited for some single-player DLC? Well, tough shit. Rockstar have announced that they are 100% focused on online right now. So it looks like the zombie tease that's happening right now in the single-player isn't Undead Nightmare 2, but probably just some Halloween event in the online. Unless, of course, they're lying, but answers over at GTA 5. Yeah.
Oh, and side note, Rockstar have just announced it's coming out on PC. Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out on PC. November there's something, then December on Steam. And they announced this really late, so I've just literally had to get out of bed because I just got a little alert thing for it. So I'm being a professional, so you get the latest, up-to-datest news. With literally no detail any whatsoever. But shut up, on with the rest of this piece of shit.
Minecraft is updating its Nether regions. Previously, the Nether was a hellscape that you only visited because it made travelling easier, just like London, but now it's getting its own biomes with forests, valleys, and adorable wild boar-ish things that you'll probably have to eat. It'll still suck to live there, but it'll make the commute a bit more interesting than it has been since the Nether was introduced in a Halloween update 9 years ago. The passage of time. That's the real Halloween right there. Recommendations! Tour life has been happening. I've played a lot of games. It's time to recommend some of my favourite ones. Wilmot's Warehouse! Experience all the fun of organising a warehouse by taking in deliveries, putting them somewhere, getting an order for them, and then panic running around until you find them. Charming and addictive, a bit like Hugh Grant brand cocaine. Zelda! Link's Awakening! My favourite Zelda is back and more gorgeous than ever. You wash up on an island, get a sword, and start wondering who the fuck you have to give these bananas to! The frame rate is very wobbly at times, mind, and £50 for an 8-hour, very much old-school adventure is a bit steep for most, I'd say. I think waiting for a patch and a sale may not be the worst idea. Still fucking great, though. Untitled Goose Game! Blasphemous! A 2D Dark Souls them up, which is somehow even darker and more fucked up than a regular Dark Souls. Lots and lots and lots of pixely gore and a shit ton of death. Also, a hat full of blood. Neat. Divinity Original Sin 2! Okay, so this came out in 2017 on PC and 2018 on consoles, but it took until the Switch release a few weeks ago to get me playing it. And in short, it's the best top-down RPG I've ever played. Actually, it's one of the best RPGs I've ever played. Hell, ever made. I just feel like I could make endless choices that actually matter. Quick example, on the tutorial island, which I thought was the whole game considering it took me 13 hours to beat, but no, that's the tutorial, one of the main 6 playable characters threatened me with a needle. And being someone who doesn't like needles, I decided to kill her. A few minutes of fighting later, and she was dead. Gone. All of her story, all of her quests scrunched up into a ball. That was a main playable character that I killed off. The game never stopped me. Later, I killed a bad guy by turning him into a chicken and crushing him with a box. One of my companions is a squirrel. It's mad, it's huge, it's deep. 10 out of 10 would accidentally set fire to a child again. It was an accident. Shut the fuck up. Live streams! This week! Fuck it, we'll just do that lot I was talking about. Oh, and maybe, just maybe, a return of the Podcats? Dun, dun, dun. Right, I'm off to Grave Rob. I mean, now I can see the ghost in the game. It'll probably be easier. Maybe more awkward. I don't know. Bye.